what's next? I've been thinking, and one of the issues is how to avoid getting sick, how to reduce the symptoms just in case you catch a cold or a flu. One of the major things is just getting outside for a few minutes a day, walking outside in the sun. And the sun actually will get you a lot of benefit. Being outside, breathing, doing a little bit of a strenuous walk, a little bit, nothing too heavy. And also taking vitamin D. Vitamin D, for those of us in the north in the wintertime, we have less exposure to vitamin D. Those who work in office buildings, we have less exposure to the sun and basically we don't make our own vitamin D, we make it with a connection with the sun. Well, actually, I guess we do make our own vitamin D through the sun, but we need the sun to help us make vitamin D, and with that helps us with calcium. Vitamin D is a really important part. It also makes us feel better. I mean, I do take several different supplements, but I just want to focus on the primary important one, the one that does have scientific basis for. And vitamin D is one of them. One thing I also advise is, even if you're a tiny bit overweight, try intermittent fasting. Even if you are in good weight, intermittent fasting is not a hard thing to do. There are no really hard fast rules, but mine is I fast. I don't eat for 16 hours, and I allow myself to eat normally. No binging, no eating excessively for 8 hours. So I skip breakfast, because basically my last meal is about between 7 and 8 o'clock at night. Eat a late dinner because, time. So last meal will be 8 o'clock. My first meal, I would skip breakfast, but my first meal would be lunch, and I would have a normal lunch. And because I want to lose a little bit of weight, I would do basically a half an hour to 45-minute strenuous walk around the office, and then I would eat a light lunch. Avoid processed sugars. I basically eat yogurt and yogurt with a little bit of oatmeal mixed together. I like the consistency of yogurt with a little bit of oatmeal. And there's a little bit of maple sugar. I know that's sugar. I really should avoid that, but having the oatmeal in it, I tried honey. Honey's nice too. Reducing your sugar really helps, because you basically want the body to kind of fight for its intake of sugar. Dairy, because it's mixed with lactose, which has to break up, and honey, fructose has to break up. Give it a chance, but taking in white sugar is it's just too easy for the body just to absorb quickly and go right into the bloodstream quickly. And you want the body to process it. You want it to work for it, fit some time. And white sugar is just not good for you. I don't like white bread. I don't like white sugar. I don't like white salt even. If you could just kind of less processed foods, does a lot better for you, improves your health. And when you improve your health, you improve your mindset. I mean, I fought anxiety and depression most of my life, and I've had very little worry about it. I mean, it's depression is always there, sadness is always there, but it's easy for me to overcome. And I think it's all to just intermittent fasting and a proper diet. And I'm not excessively overweight, but I'm slightly. I mean, I look like a normal person, but unfortunately my visceral body fat's a little higher than is comfortable, because everyone's body is different. You can't judge anyone until you break things down scientifically. But I'm not telling anyone what to do. I'm just telling them what you do for yourself, and you know what's good for you. So if you decide to do intermittent fasting and you want to do 12 and 12, and it works for you, and you feel better at it, that's fantastic. If you want to do intermittent fasting, and God forbid do 24 hours fasting, which I don't know how that works, but that's not my problem. Let's say you do 23 hours of fasting and 1 hour eating. That works for you once a week. that's fine. But you shouldn't probably do it more than once a week because it doesn't sound right. But I have heard people doing that. But if you're doing something and you modify what someone else says and it sounds totally wrong to them, but it works for you and you feel better about yourself, and that's your plan, that works for you, and that's what you should do. If you follow someone's instructions and it's not working for you, and you give it, 3 to 5, even a week, and it's still not working for you, it's a good idea to stop and try something different. Even modify what they say. Just to say you do what they say and you make a few mistakes, but then it starts working for you. Those mistakes are the system, your body, or karma telling you, well, you're a different person than, you're a different individual than the other person. You have to change things a little bit. We're all on a different path, but we're all trying to work together for a common goal. That's to be happy, learn as much as we can, bring love and peace to the world, and avoid fear. And I think that's the most important thing, is just avoid fear, anger, and sadness, and just spread love and happiness, and be happy with yourself. And if you can't be happy with yourself, figure out how. What's next?